Shane Dawson says in a community post that he's coming back to YouTube. TikTok stars Bryce and Addison Rae break up again amid cheating rumors, and YouTube demonetizes David Dobrik after the recent allegations made against the Vlog Squad. We got a triple header news story for you all today, but first, if you can do us a big favor and smash that like button, we would really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's begin. So first things first, let's talk about Shane Dawson and the sudden return to YouTube. If you recall, over the summer of 2020, Shane Dawson was cancelled via Twitter for about a million different things. Most of it was for older content of his that was labeled as either racist or just straight up creepy. Then on top of that, you had the whole incident with the beauty community, which unleashed more dirty laundry as time went on. However, recently Shane posted to his side channel called Shane Glosson explaining why he had been taking time off. And if you think that he mentions controversy, think again. In the post he writes, "Sorry I haven't been online in a while, just been taking time for my mental health. But I've been getting creative and editing again. It's been really fun. Check out Ryland's new video that I edited. I'm really proud of it." Yeah, sure Shane, you were working on your mental health. You didn't go into the shadows because you got called out for being a racist and exhibiting predatory behavior in addition to bullying Trisha Paytas. Okay. So far his main YouTube channel has neglected to upload anything in the last 8 months following his infamous taking accountability video. Now this recent post is really trying to get his fans to forget what he had been cancelled for, but you know full well that Shane understands why people were upset at him. He is simply choosing to ignore it in this comeback to YouTube, if you can call it that, and in one of his last tweet sent out in June of 2020, Shane fully acknowledged that the controversy was why he went away from social media. In the tweet he writes, "I deleted everything, I'm done. For those who wanted me to address it, I did. I'm sure you can find it reposted somewhere, but I don't want this energy in my life or on my timeline. I'm too sensitive for this shit and I'm done." Now whether or not his fans will take him back is the real question here. I mean, we have watched other YouTubers like Logan Paul, for example, go from the most hated person on the platform to suddenly being applauded for, turning their life around. So who knows, perhaps change is possible for Shane Dawson, but you, the viewers, get to decide that by which videos you click on. So again, this is up to you on whether or not Shane Dawson returns to YouTube. Now in other news, let's talk about the recent split between TikTok stars Bryce and Addison Rae. For quite some time now, these two have been the reigning power couple basically on the platform, but a source close to the couple told E! News that they are officially over. Allegedly, the breakup came after Bryce faced cheating allegations during a February trip to Las Vegas. The tea started to spill on this story though on March 23rd while Addison was speaking to Zane Lowe on Apple Music about the creation of her debut single called Obsessed. In that interview, she sort of confirmed the breakup by referring to an ex-boyfriend specifically. She said, and I quote, "So the night recording this, I was driving right before the studio. I had dropped off my ex-boyfriend, my boyfriend at the time. I dropped him off at his house. He looked at me and was like, 'I'm obsessed with you.' And I was like, 'Me too.' She then went on to say, 'And I didn't really mean that, it was kind of an accident. I mean, I didn't really mean that, I kind of meant I'm obsessed with you too.' But he was like, 'Oh, are you obsessed with yourself?' And I was like, 'You know what, I should be.' And then I was like, 'But I'm obsessed with you too.' Whatever." Really riveting stuff here. You could tell my voice was almost cracking as I tried to read through those comments. The truth is that these two are just both 20-year-old kids, so yeah, they're going to have petty arguments because they're still learning how to be adults. Plus, if you're as famous as these TikTok stars are, that has to mess with your own self-worth, which definitely will work its way into a relationship, unless they already had some sort of, solid foundation or bedrock at the start, but I doubt it. We have seen this happen a million times to a million other celebrity couples, so I'm sure they'll be fine and they're probably better off working on growing their own careers rather than just arguing with each other. Lastly though, I want to give you an update on this ongoing David Dobrik situation. According to The Verge, YouTube has temporarily demonetized multiple David Dobrik channels after the severe allegations that were levied against the Vlog Squad. The company said in a statement, "We have strict policies that prohibit sexual harassment on YouTube and take allegations of sexual assault very seriously. We have temporarily suspended monetization on David Dobrik and Dirty Dom channels for violating our creator responsibility policy." And for those of you who don't know, this is a huge deal. David Dobrik is going to be bleeding money from this kind of a strike to his channels. Plus on top of that, essentially every company that was once sponsoring him has since backed out. And in his most recent upload, Dobrik addressed the controversy again and apologized for the role that he played in the incident. But unfortunately, YouTube did not care whatsoever. In the video, he said, "I fully believe the woman that came out against Dom and said she was sexually assaulted by him. I got consent to post the video, but even though I got consent, I should have never posted it. What I understand now is she sent that text because she felt like she had to, and that's up." Adding, "It was cowardly of me to say in my last apology I missed the mark because it's gross and I'm sorry." David would also go on to say that he's planning on taking a short break from social media because he understands it would feel weird if he just tried to go back to normal. Dobrik explains this further by saying, It doesn't feel right to go back to posting how I had been, and it doesn't feel right to go dark because I love what I do. But I feel like it's important to show that change is possible and I'm learning. Maybe even forgiveness is possible. The main reason for this second video though was to really apologize again for how he initially had reacted to the allegations made against Dom. He now fully recognizes that he was wrong to have taken Dom's word for what happened in those situations and that he didn't believe the victim. David goes on to say, "Not only did I not believe you, but I made a joke about what kind of a person Dom was because I couldn't wrap my head around a childhood friend of mine actually doing this to people. Not only did I discredit you, Allie, but I platformed Dom and I platformed sexual assault in a negative way where I made jokes about it and I reinforced that kind of behavior. I really let you down and a lot of people down. I didn't go back to any of these women and apologize. I kind of moved on and I learned from it, but I didn't address the situation." I'll tell you who did address the situation though, YouTube when they demonetized you, bro. And the more than a dozen advertisers that cut ties, which include companies like HelloFresh, EA Sports, Dollar Shave Club, and Facebook. Plus he cut ties with his disposable camera app called Dispo that he co-founded in 2019. I hope he has some money set aside because it's about to become very difficult for David Dobrik to earn a living. With that though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "Cinnamon Toast Crunch Shrimp Guy Cancelled Because of This." Emily Curtis says, "So if he's a terrible person and the shrimp and rat poo was a lie, can I risk getting Cinnamon Toast Crunch again? I love those psychotic squares." I just love psychotic squares. You're fine. You should be fine to eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch again. It's all good. Gloria Olvera says, "Now I'm thankful that the shrimp alleged came out in his cereal. Everything happens for a reason." Everything certainly does happen for a reason. I mean, look at the thing that happened with the TikTok Gorilla Glue girl finding out that she had cancer, and then this thing happened, and then all these accusers came out. So yeah, I fully back that everything happens for a reason statement. Mary Benner says, "The things that are coming out from just finding shrimp in your cereal. Wow. Yeah, who would have thought it? I mean, it smelled a little fishy." Victoria Ruth 26 says, "Johnny, the sweater vest is everything." Thank you, a lot of people like that outfit. It's gonna be on the weekly roundup as well. Austin is Thick Emo Potato says, "What's next, a bug in Frosted Flakes?" Austin, don't jinx it, bro. But either way, that has been today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy, YouTube.